Passing out. Why clients pass out, what you can do to prevent passing out, and what to do when a client does pass out. Believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, a client doesn't pass out because of pain, which is like crazy, I know, whatever. So the biggest factor from clients passing out is actually from their blood pressure dropping due to them either not eating or like getting so worked up about the pain. So it's more about the pain than the actual pain. Or like I said, their blood pressure dropping from them not eating, and also dehydration can be a big factor. So just about all my clients that has ever passed out on me, it's because they come to get tattooed as soon as they get out of work, and maybe they hadn't eaten all day, they barely drank, and then they're coming into this tattoo environment and going through all this pain for hours, and it's just that blood pressure is like low. They haven't ate, they haven't drank water. So I mean, sooner, whether you're like the toughest guy ever or the smallest little female ever, you're probably gonna pass out or you're gonna feel like shit at least. How to prevent passing out or going through an episode like that? It's pretty easy. If you know that you're gonna get tattooed that day, and you know you work, or if you have a very busy day, just make sure you're drinking plenty fluids, make sure you're eating breakfast and lunch, and grab a couple snacks, a couple like salted snacks, anything with salt, anything with like a little bit of protein or something, just anything to keep you up and going throughout the day. And even grab something right before your appointment if you can. I know getting out of work, you're kind of rushing, so I mean, the least you can do is like pack a dinner or a lunch the day before, and just make sure you eat that before you get tattooed. Um, like I said, I've had 2 people in the last couple months pass out on me, 3 total in the last 3 years. And ever since then, I got like a whole snack bar. I got a mini fridge full of water bottles. I offer it to every single client now that comes in. And as artists, what do you do when your client passes out? I know the veterans, like you guys already know, you guys probably had people pass out all the time or a lot of times in your career. But for the newer artists, the artists that it hasn't happened to yet or has happened and you had no idea what to do, this is what I do. All right, so I'm always watching my client. Even when I'm tattooing, I'm kind of paying attention with my peripherals. I'm looking at their heart. I'm looking at their chest to see how they're breathing. Paying attention to like their face, if they're like on like staring at their tattoo all crazy. And I'm just kind of like noticing if someone like talks a lot, he's not talking as much, or she's not talking as much anymore. Kind of like a little sign, like, hey, like, are you good? If you've gotten tattooed by me in the last couple months, I ask you, are you good, at least like 100 times a session. And that's because I've been through like I said, I've been through these little pass out incidents in the last couple months. So I've been very attentive to all my clients lately. It's a good thing to be like that. I always offer them water, drink, anything they need, to make sure they're comfortable and make sure they're good to go. So if a client gets up and they're feeling a little woozy, or they say that they're lightheaded, you want to immediately get next to them. That actually saved one of my clients. He got up, he went to the mirror and said, hey, like I'm a little lightheaded. As soon as he said that, I got kind of right next to him, and he actually just literally passed out. And I was right next to him, so I called him. Everything was fine. I laid him down. So if they completely pass out, you want to either lay them down where they're at, if it's safe, or try to sit them down somewhere, and just reassure them that they're like everything's okay, that they're safe. While they're out, just keep trying to like get their attention. Like, don't do no crazy shit. Don't go smacking people or anything like that. But I shook him when my client passed out. Shake him a little bit, like yo, wake up, yo. They eventually come back to their senses. I will say, if they're out for a long time, don't even hesitate. Just go ahead and call EMS. Whether you're at a shop or in a basement, like someone, especially your client's health, is way more important than like you getting in trouble for tattooing in your basement. So if they're out for a long time, or if you're like very concerned about them, go ahead and call EMS, have them come grab them, and like trust me, it's way better than dealing with if something seriously happens to that client. So just go ahead, put your client's health before your fucking career, and call EMS if it needs to be called. Or if they wake up and they say they don't feel right, if they want to go to the hospital, call EMS. Don't even try to talk them out of it, and you'll be good. If they wake up and they feel fine, like they're like, oh, I'm good, I'm sorry, you also don't want to just go back into tattooing. Actually, I recommend that you don't tattoo that person for the rest of the day. Every time someone's ever passed out on me, I send them home. Not immediately, but I do. They ask to finish, and I say no. Like, you have to go get something to eat, go hydrate yourself, go get your life together. I am not finishing your tattoo. That's like a no-brainer. Don't finish someone's tattoo after they just fucking passed out. But before you send them off, you want to make sure they're good. So, like my one client, she passed out. I laid her down. She laid down. I got her some water. I got her a protein bar. I turned the lights off. I literally let her just lay down for a couple minutes and let her like replenish herself for whatever, to the point where she felt way better. I felt more safe with her like leaving, going in her car and driving home, and not thinking of like her passing out while she's driving again or anything like that. So as soon as someone passes out, don't just kick them out. Make sure they're good. Give them some time. Give them some water. Let them get their bearings back, and give them time to just recuperate, and then you kick them out. No, but you definitely want to make sure they're good after they pass out, because you never know what the fuck that person has, like, or if it's like a reoccurring thing or anything like that, or people that's never passed out before and are just like freaked out, but they want to get the fuck out because they're embarrassed or something. Just make sure they're comfortable, make sure they're good, and then send them on their way. Tell them to text you when they get home. I know it's not like a relationship or whatever, but it's good to always know that your client got home safe after they just passed out. So yeah, those are some tips on what to do if a client passes out. Those are tips on what to do to prevent yourself from passing out, and those are tips just for any new tattoo artist or tattoo artist that's been in it for a while and just has never experienced someone passing out. And these are just from my experience. I'm not no expert. I've only been tattooing for 3 years. But I wish I knew this information before I started tattooing. I handled all my clients pretty good when they passed out, so this just is to help other artists be even better. If you guys need or want any more tips on anything, whether it's a tattoo artist or just a client that wants tips on anything, should throw me some comments or throw me some DMs. Let me know what you guys want tips on. Do a little bit of research, see if I can like put together a video for you guys or whatever. But if not, then peace.